What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 10 of my Total Warhammer II modded Count Noctilus campaign. So as we saw last time, we have taken the vast majority of the coastline of Lustria, at least the coastline on the side that is the near the Vampire Coast, with only the Mangrove Coast remaining. And while we are not yet at war with Nakai and his defenders of the Great Plan sub-faction, we probably will be soon, especially as Noctilus is here and I'm reasonably confident he can kill most of the stuff. It just depends on whether we want to do it right now or maybe wait a while and just sail Noctilus to Sartosa. The only problem with sailing to Sartosa is right now that we have Silostra in our forces. We are bleeding money. The army is pretty damn expensive. Sirens are shockingly expensive. So her army is either almost as or just as expensive as Noctilus's is. Yeah, just about, which is pretty crazy. But I guess he does use a lot of cheap units currently, so, you know, that might change later. Anyway, other than that, before we get started, this is once again the 10th episode, and thus a 5th episode in the series, and that's when I like to remind you guys to drop those likes and comments below if you've been enjoying this particular Let's Play, and if you want to see it continue on the regular or reasonably quick schedule that has been going on thus far, and also if you like Total Warhammer and Warhammer content on this channel in general. Alrighty, other than that, let's get going. Let's see, you can actually move, so maybe we start moving you towards Oixel. At the very least, what we could do is raid it for a couple turns, maybe make some of our money back. Oh wow, just not being in a settlement cost us an extra 500 per turn. That's, oh, I never noticed the as you can see, Noctilus's Necrofex on the campaign map. That's pretty funny. The way it moves around in the campaign map is pretty bizarre, but still kind of hilarious. And oh wow, Nakai. Okay. Wait, this is a lot more of a problem than I was originally thinking it was. Nakai might be a little bit stronger than I had originally surmised. Granted, we do have a lot of armor piercing with our gun line, but I don't think we can hold back that many large units. Yeah, we need more melee units. We might need a support army like, let's say, Luther Harkin's army in here. Alrighty, well, Luther, I guess you're coming down here then, buddy. I mean, the question is, do we go by sea and go through Chupayatl, or do we go by land and possibly get some raiding in, like right here in the Cult of Sotek, possibly right here where the where Itza is. Do we really want to piss them off right now, though? Nah, you know what? I just want this, mostly because we already have most of this province. Alright, so Luther, get moving. Oh my lord. 2.5k. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't last too long. Alrighty, other than that, I do believe we want to move... Oh, we can get our Pirate Cove going, can't we? Yes, oh, 4,000. Ouch. That's pretty painful, but at least we will have more money coming in from Tor Anrock. Obviously going to be the Picaroon's hideout, and you, Wendy, are going to start moving out this way. We will also, let's just take a quick look at the treasure maps. You guys have informed me in the comments that you can only hold 6 at a time, and thus this one is unlikely to happen anytime soon. Therefore, let's abandon this. There we go, we'll find some others. The others are reasonably close to each other, so hopefully... Oh, right, this one. This one. We still have to try to find this one. I still can't quite tell where it is. Have you tried digging here, Wendy? I don't know. I don't know, let's try over here somewhere. Oh, you can't dig. Okay, somebody explain to me when you can dig and when you can. I've always found it kind of weird that sometimes you can move and dig afterwards, and sometimes you can. It seems this is one of those times that you can't. I wanted to dig right here. Can't quite tell if it's in Khemri territory or whether it's in Gorgazan territory. Really kind of unclear. It looks like Gorgazan, but the screen does a poor job of like actually zooming into the exact location. Could be up here as well. I guess we'll see next turn. We'll try to dig here. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And then we'll dig up there. Also, before we end the turn, I did want to get at least a couple names in here finally. Noctilus, how about you? Let's name some of your handguns there. Rusty, Steve's, Shooty Boys. There we go. If I misspell anything, I apologize, but I'm a terrible speller. Powder Sniffers, there we go. And then some Warngulls. Let's name some of you as well. Gotta keep my list and check it twice and all that sort of thing. What were your guys' names supposed to be? Alright, things that go bump. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, well, that's good enough for now. Let's end the turn, let's proceed. We gotta get Silostra into the Shrine of Loic to sack it and then establish a Pirate Cove as well, and maybe go around doing the same to these other ports. Just still a little bit worried that we get hit by Tyrion or something. I'm also kind of tempted to start getting a few extra units in here, like maybe a few, well, we could go Bloated Corpses because they're pretty cheap in Silostra's army. Because she has a reduction for them, doesn't she? Although a bloated corpse exploding near your sirens means a lot of dead sirens as well. Although they're not as threatening to the Morngulls, that's, to be fair. Unfortunately, these guys don't have a stock, though. So, thus, only they and Silostra and Bartholomew would be visible to the enemy, which is kind of iffy. And Nakai's moved away. And it's kind of iffy because we can, like, enemy range units would target us. Oh, for the love of... Okay, Itza has just declared war on us. Okay, that changes my plan here. Okay, guess we're not going for Nakai, we're going for Itza first. Oh, man. Okay, yeah, I think we need to keep Noctilus around here for now. I don't feel like a Luther Harkin can take care of most of this, so we'll do a little bit of land warring for now. Which isn't ideal, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Talaqua and Camry is fighting. Oh, how dare you, Camry? You leave Tic-Tac-Toe alone. I love that little guy. Alrighty, let's try to dig while we're at it. And once again, if anybody knows when you can dig after moving and when you can't, please let me know. Treasure hunt failed, unfortunately. Let's try digging up here. Maybe it's in this little location. This looks like a place that you could dig for treasure, doesn't it? Could move right there. And hope.
Are you sweetling me?
I mean, doesn't this look like a place where you could dig treasure? Although I don't know whether the devs actually thought through exactly where was this. Yeah, I still can't tell. Looks like it's right there, actually. Now that I look at it, but I guess we'll see. Damn pirates not making their treasure maps clear. Go figure. Alrighty, in Noctilus, buddy, you're going to... Well, I guess you're going to start annoying these guys. They're going to declare war on us eventually anyway. But what I want to do is move through their territory, raid them while we go towards Itza. So let's move something like this, go into raiding stance, and move up through Axolotl. Let's go raiding stance right there. Alright, that really helps with the cash. And then you, Harkin, you're going to go to the marks of the old ones, and you're going to defend it from the inevitable attack from these lizards. Blood swamps are unfortunately also in danger because they need walls. Okay, that's also not so good. But we'll see. Alrighty, Silostra. Well, you're going to the Shrine of Loic, nowhere else to go, so let's get to it. Almost there anyway, so that's nice. And is that an island? No, it isn't. And, oh, we got an army. Okay, wait. Oh, damn it. This is not good. That's a lot of Silveran Guard. That is a lot of Silveran Guard. Okay, and they've got a mage as well, which is kind of bad for Sirens. And now we're too far away to move. Okay. How do we do this? How the heck do we do this? They also have a decent amount of cav, which is also kind of an issue. I guess we try to rely on bloated corpses to explode a bunch of those Silveran Guard. I wonder if we can make this work. Well, let's try it out. 3 bloated corpses. Wow. It's expensive to raise you guys, isn't it? Really expensive when we can't afford this said expense. Is it even worth it? Maybe we just raise 2 and get a... Well, you guys are just as expensive to raise. Maybe we get a sacrificial zombie pirate gunnery mob for the enemies to charge? It's a possibility. At least I'll be able to do some damage to the enemy cav. I'd rather get the handgun mob, but, you know, these guys could be in here temporarily. And at least... I don't know, let's just do this. I expect all 3 of these units to die anyway. I'm also kind of worried about Silostra's army now, because that's a lot of Silveran Guard. We'll see how well the Sirens can handle them, sans a lot of the buffs that they'll be getting later on. Let's see, now you, Wendy, you're moving around here. I don't remember why I wanted to send you like this. Let's send you through the sea. I guess we're going to send you to Altdorf, because that's a pretty good place to get some cash flow. Settlement upgrade is available, that's all great, and I guess we should probably upgrade Chupayal, get that gold mine going as fast as possible, and damn, we're losing a lot of money. We need to fix it. We need to, you know that Futurama meme where Fry's like, fix it. That's what I'm thinking of right now. Alrighty. Well, let's end the turn. Let's see what Itza does. I mean, we can't really escape it. I expect this, at least, will be a nice cinematic battle, because I really do expect these guys to attack us, because Silostra's army is kind of weak right now, and we can't really give her anything. Is there a right that could help her not die? Campaign movement range, yeah, none of this really helps. Huh, and I just realized, so basically we don't really get any, none of this really buffs our army, really. Huh, interesting. Well, whatever. Whatever, end the turn, let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, and let me guess, oh, are they going to attack us together? Oh, oh no. Oh, this has just got a lot worse. Alright, Silostra may be just about to get hit by 2 high elf factions. Ouch. Ouch, Silostra, you may be singing your last a few turns after getting going. That's unfortunate. Alrighty, Illyrian. Alright, there's Safari. And oh, do Safari move before? Oh, damn it. Okay, well, here comes the cinematic battle. Looks like the battle result will be a Pyrrhic victory. We're gonna have to try to be careful here. And not die. Maybe if we can kill the enemy mage. Okay, Awakening in the Wood. That's gonna be dangerous for the Sirens. And you also have the Earthblood, which will help you heal and keep the Silverian Guard up. Definitely gotta try to kill that mage. Let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go. Now, last episode may have been the debut for the Sirens and Silostra's army, but it wasn't a very strong enemy army. This one, with the amount of Silverian Guard that the enemy is using, is gonna be much better, and I feel like a more proper debut. Now, you'll probably notice that I've set this army up a little bit differently than I usually do, mostly because I'm kind of concerned about this army and what could happen if we screw this up. We can also take advantage of the fact that our entire army, with the exception of the 2 bloated corpses and Bartholomew and Silostra, now I guess the zombie pirate Genry mob, everybody is stock hidden and Vanguard deployed, which is very, very useful. So we're going to keep 3 sets of Sirens together with 2 units of Mourngulls. This guy's real happy. In the flank here, waiting on top of this hill to attack the enemy from behind and kill all of their range units once the rest of the line is engaged. We've also got the majority of our line here between this rock and this little cliff here to sort of block the enemy as they try to stream in. We're also going to hide our units of Mourngulls as well as our Mourngull Hunter here behind this rock, even though it feels unnecessary, mostly because I want them to run out here and engage any enemy cav that move hopefully even past them. So ideally what will happen is they get funneled in here and then get blocked off and killed by our relatively quick moving Mourngulls, especially now that our Mourngull Hunter does have the Frostbite upgrade, so that should help slow down and annoy the enemy. Otherwise, they can mostly see this. This is all of the army that they can see, plus these 2 who are also going to hide behind that rock, waiting for their time to shine, I guess. Briefly shine before, you know, they explode. Alrighty, so let's see if this plan works. Looks like the enemy's going to move in some Illyrian Reavers, and I kind of jumped the gun and immediately set the Mourngulls in. I don't think they can actually see us quite yet. They're not yet revealed, or at least I don't think so. They're just sort of set up here and attacking our Sirens, who do take damage quite surprisingly fast, considering that they have pretty crazy resistances by virtue of being ethereal, and the enemy aren't applying any magical damage. I mean, they have 90 physical resistance and 55% physical resistance, which, unless I'm mistaken, should max out their physical resistance, or should max out their missile resistance, essentially, against anything that hits them, because they're additive against enemy archer fire that's non-magical, so that's them taking quite a bit of damage despite that. So this is the minimum amount of damage that you have, unless I'm mistaken with regards to how that works, which is a fair bit. I mean, you gotta remember that they've only been firing for about 10 seconds. This is slowed down. Anyway, they finally spot our Mourngull Haunter, but a little bit late. It's also so freaky how they like run on their hands, just moving towards you. Oh, I gotta love these guys. One of my favorite models in the game. Even though they're not super fancy like Hyro Titans or a Necrofex Colossi, I just really like these. Alrighty, anyway, so they did get in there and apply that Frostbite attack to the enemy Illyrian Reavers, whose speed is now down to a mere 20 of what it was, allowing the rest of the Mourngulls to close. Oh, this guy's so happy. There we go. I like the jumping animations too. Oh, and it looks like the enemy wants to get a unit of Illyrian Reavers to help the Illyrian Reaver archers. Well, it's all Illyrian Reaver over here. Jumping them in to charge at the Morghuls, but we're not really all that concerned. Over here, in the meantime, the enemies did charge as well with their Illyrian Reavers, but did not do, fortunately, too much damage to the Sirens, who are going to continue blocking them off. The rest of our units that were waiting are now getting ready to move out and hit those enemy range units, who are now slowly starting to get engaged while the Silveran Guard move up. In addition to that, we are going to get Bartholomew and Silostra in. They are going to go around and try to kill the enemy Lord, who's around here by herself. Fortunately, she does not have a mount, and therefore we should be able to hunt down and kill her. I like the green. I like the color scheme there. Hunt down and kill her with all of those units together. We're also going to summon our unit of damned knights immediately to sort of run along and follow the damned paladin into battle. This is going fairly well out here. Oh, we're even getting some shots in with our zombie-powered Getter Mob. Unfortunately, one of our Siren units did get fairly heavily damaged. It looks like finally the enemy range fire has begun to tell, and this unit has dropped below 50% HP and is in critical binding, very close to start getting wrecked. However, we are also going to get our bloated corpses moving in, and we do have to be careful here, as otherwise we could obviously kill our units of Sirens. I do believe is the explosion physical or magical? It actually doesn't matter, because either way it's splash damage and it will still kill the Sirens, as I've learned even with physical damage in the Thoric campaign using those runes. And Bloody Wave does not say, wait, that's not it. Oh, it is magical damage, okay. Okay, it is magical damage. Well, that's much worse. That is much worse. Speaking of magical damage, this bloated corpse is going in here where our Morghuls and our Morghuls Haunter are currently fighting. I was doing this in the hopes that this bloated corpse would do a lot of damage to the enemy, but not be able to damage our Morghuls too heavily. Unfortunately, there's the explosion, just as these guys move in. Oh, and look at that bloody wave. Now that freaking bloated corpse certainly paid for itself. I mean, it absolutely crippled a lot of these units of Silveran Guard, so that's a lot of elite units, and basically killed this unit of Elven Rangers. On top of that, the unfortunate aspect of this, however, is that it did fairly heavily damage to our Morghuls, and I am absolutely surprised by that. Definitely did not expect it to do that much. I probably should have gotten, and I will know this for next time, gotten the Morghuls out and just kept a Morghuls Haunter in, because the single entity unit definitely would not have taken that much damage. This poor little brother's got hurt. He's probably pissed about that. Yeah, you get revenge on these guys, even though it technically was the bloated corpse's fault, but whatever. Already getting a tide call through the enemy force just to prevent them from running away, as after that explosion, a lot of them, in fact, the vast majority of them, are either terrified, broken, or wavering at the very least, so hopefully we can move in and capitalize on all that. Damn Knights Errant are also going straight for the enemy Archmage. We gotta lock her down, prevent her from casting, and kill her before she starts to apply Awakening of the Woods to our ghostly units. This is a really fun army. I really like, once again, the glowing units all over the place. Very nice. And Mr. James Sawyer is going to move in to help Bartholomew and the damn knights over here. Somebody's casting something. I don't know where, though. Oh, it looks like an Awakening of the Wood, but she used it on our zombie pirate, a gunnery mob. A little bit unfortunate. Really should have saved that and used it on those ghosties. Probably could have killed any one of the units of Sirens. Speaking of our units of Sirens over here, they are still holding the ground, starting to take a little bit of damage there. Probably could use a Vampire Fleet Captain with an Invocation of Nehek in the army at some point, as Silostra can't really heal them. I do got to keep that in mind, which will be a little bit unfortunate because the Vampire Fleet Captain will not be able to be a ghost, but it is what it is. Over here, finally, the range units are going to get caught up with, and our Morghuls are in, soon to be followed by more Sirens. The rest of the Sirens are going to attack here in the and help out the Morghuls, but these two units of Sirens are actually going to help out with the Silveran Guard, which honestly are much bigger threat, especially as we do not have our Morghuls here to dish out the damage to them. Really could use some damaging spells here. If we had Vangeist's Revenge to move through this, that would be really, really helpful, but unfortunately Silostra does not yet have access to it due to her level. Otherwise, the enemy Lord has been brought down to half HP and is terrified and broken. Both James Sawyer and the damn Paladin Bartholomew are attacking her. Silostra is so freaking slow. Man, this is the second battle she hasn't really been able to actually engage with the enemy. I wonder if she's any faster when she's on her rotting Leviathan there. Speaking of rotting, we've summoned some rotting Prometheans to help out with this matter and keep killing the enemy hero, but we're going to move them past because I think the damn Paladin and our Mourngull Haunter can chase that down just fine. This portion of the enemy battlefield is broken ever since that bloated corpse destroyed those Silveran Guard in their blob, and our Sirens are just going to chase them down and make sure that they don't come back. Over here our Sirens as well, now with the help of our questing knights, or wait, these are damn knight, whatever they're called. These are damn, they're damn knights errant, alrighty. Soon they will be questing knights. Close enough. Jumping the gun a little bit. Yeah, anyway, the Archmage will get killed, chased down by these guys, but now with the help of the knights, the archers have all been pretty much killed, especially with the Mourngull Haunters working on them. There we go. They may be Lothran Seaguard, but that's definitely, regardless of the anti-large, not enough to take care of our Mourngull Haunters. I love following the Mourngulls as they run with the camera. Just something really fun about that. But anyway, once the enemy archers fall, we can start moving in both the Knights and the Mourngulls to help at the main portion of the battle that is still going on and help the beleaguered Sirens, although to be fair at this point, it's the beleaguered Silveran Guard here. And we're gonna help them too. Help them die, which should happen in just about a second. It looks like the balance of power has shifted vastly in our favor. We're at about 75 to 80%, and the vast majority of the enemy units are either routed or routing. I think the only units on the field that are not yet done are the Illyrian Reaver Archers, which are wavering, both of those units, and it looks like the chain route is finally here. An epic little fight for the Sirens and a much more proper, under a very pretty sky here, a much more proper fight for them than the previous one was. And now it's just a simple matter of chasing down as many of the enemy units as we can, because of course we want to minimize the amount that we have to fight next turn, as they did attack us. And I think if this should be, unless I'm mistaken, their controlled C, so they will move away and they will heal up, won't they? Yeah, that's definitely something to consider. Now, do you guys have, what? You guys have Charmed? What effect do you have? You guys, yes, you do have Charmed, which is only minus 10 melee attack. You know what I wish that the Sirens had? Maybe a minor version of, let's see, Crumbling. Oh, that's on us. Yeah, I'm just reading these things. Yeah, so I wish that they had a minor version of Frostbite. Call it, I don't know, Chill of the Grave or Ghostly Chill or something like that to slow down enemy units as they chase them. Because that's, I think, the biggest thing that's holding them back from dishing out a lot of damage to enemy units while we chase. As I do wish we had a few more slightly faster units. So the Sirens are fairly slow. I mean, 50 movement speed is decent, but it does make it fairly difficult to chase some of the faster units, especially units like Elves, which run fairly fast as their base. Anyway, let's just move it up a little bit. And yeah, the Sirens are already fairly expensive at that. I'm gonna max out the speed, just gonna chase down a few more units. Obviously, the rest of this isn't very interesting. Oh, and I forgot to zoom in. One of the bloated corpses, as we saw, got an epic explosion. At the same time, the other bloated corpse completely failed. What happened here was this main battle line was holding, and the bloated corpse was approaching it. But one of the enemy units, the Illyrian Reavers that were engaged here, they got like 3 of their horsemen through the line, and those 3 horsemen just ran ahead and sort of just like got in the way of the bloated corpse, who just exploded and like killed one enemy, essentially, right about where this rock is, in fact. Maybe the rock was uncovered by that explosion, but yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but hey, at least we got very, very good use out of one of them, so I'll certainly take it. Apparently it was a close victory, but I don't think we suffered that much damage. In fact, let's find out how we did. Alrighty, that actually didn't go too bad at all. I was a little bit surprised, though, how much damage our bloated corpse was able to do to our own Mourngulls. I thought they'd be a little bit more resistant. I remember charging Mournfang Cav in the ongoing Mazda Mundi campaign right into a bloated corpse, it exploding on them and doing, like, no damage whatsoever. So I figured that as a large entity unit, the Mourngulls would have about the same sort of resistance, but apparently not. And I always thought the Ogre units were generally fairly fragile, so I'm a little bit surprised there, especially as the Mourngulls, as they would, I feel, be fairly damage resistant, but hey, maybe not. Just gotta be careful with the bloated corpses, go figure, instead of, you know, bombing your own units. That would be tremendously unfortunate to make another mistake wherein it actually kills units like Sirens and all that sort of stuff, or even worse, some of the Mourngull Haunters. Speaking of the Mourngull Haunters, they did quite well, and that's completely unsurprising, but the Sirens did well as well. A few of them did come very close to routing and crumbling. Their leadership is definitely an issue when they're doing something like holding the line against the Silveran Guard. They do expect the Mourngulls to do the damage for them. We'll definitely have to get either more Mourngulls or, as I was saying, some Mournfang Cav in here. We'll try to figure it out as we go. But yeah, the Sirens by themselves don't dish out enough damage. Their melee attack stat is far, far too low. It's like 25 or some garbage like that. So they really can't dish out the damage unless they're chasing enemy units down, and even then, they're not so great at it. But they are amazing at holding the line, or at least very decent at holding the line, insofar as we have units that can hold a line on this roster that aren't zombies. Still, I'm pretty happy with that performance there. Anyway, we should probably take the money because we are bleeding money. I might come to regret this when the other faction inevitably also attacks our army in about 2 seconds. And this would allow us to heal fully, but it's 2.2k, and it's hard to give that up. Let's hope that the next army is also reasonably weak, at least. We also won't have our bloated corpses to rely upon, and this guy did take out 40,000 damage worth in 200 units worth of Silveran Guard and Spearmen, and I think damaged those Rangers as well, so iffy, but let's try it. There we go, and will the other elves attack us, or did they already move, maybe? Oh, I could be wrong, and they did already move. That would be swell. Oh, and it looks like they did. Oh, thank you. Thank you. As I said before, Stromfells does indeed favor us. It looks like Volcanic Island's about to rebel. Ooh, aim for the head. Now, that actually helps us quite a bit. That's great, that's great. Star Tower. Wait, where are Itza's armies? Oh, it's looking like Itza's armies wants to have a fight with, is that Gorok? No, it's not. Where is Gorok? He's out here. Oh, he's got Fire Leech Bolas. This is exactly the sort of army I would make. I love Fire Leech Bolas. They're absolute aces. One of my favorite units in the game, and I had so much fun with them in the Mazda Mundi campaign. Kind of jealous. I'll never replace the feeling that you get with those guys with deck droppers, unfortunately. Oh well. Oh well. And now you guys, Gunnery Whites, you don't need to be immortal, but I have decided we're going to go through laboratory so we can get our research going a little bit faster. So we're going to go through... not vendor contracts, let's go through emergency stockpiles, I guess, or perhaps apprentice marksman in the unlikely chance that we're defending in our own region. Pretty damn unlikely, but better than nothing, right? And just to get lab. Alrighty, and we'll have a fight against these guys. At least this will be a fairly easy battle. Don't know whether the same can be said of the Gorok fight, but I guess we'll see. On the other hand, since the Star Tower is going to rebel, this is kind of an issue, because we can't really be here and the defenses here are garbage. We could untax it, which will make it positive. We could also go for share the spoils, which would fix the issue. Kill the growth rate quite a bit. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll go for share the spoils for now. Untax it for 1 turn, tax it back next turn, and then keep going. Also, the Awakening, you're allowed to get some stuff. Like, let's see. Okay, well, regardless of what we want to get here, we definitely need... What do you give us? Construction cost for all buildings, eh? That's not bad, but I still want to keep the growth rate pretty high here. We need to get walls regardless, so let's get that. The Smuggler's Jetty will increase our income, but the cost is fairly high. Let's see, wait, if we do the Smuggler's Jetty, and we have Silostra after leveling up attack here. And I thought about this, and I think at the end of the day, I'm going to go for the Damned Questing Knights as opposed to the Damned Knights of the Realm. Not so much because I fare the anti-infantry over the anti-large that the Damned Knights of the Realm provide, and also her army generally has a lot of anti-infantry anyway through the Mourngulls, and we lack anti-large, which would make me think that we want Damned Knights of the Realm. But the thing is, unless I'm mistaken, the Knights of the Realm are shock cav, whereas the the Damned Questing Knights are more of a melee cav unit and can thus stay in battle a little bit longer and will thus require a little bit less micro with regards to having to cycle charge them over and over again. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm recalling. It's been a while since I've done a proper Britannia campaign, so yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. I'm still a little bit ambivalent on it, but I feel like this is probably the option to take. Plus, yeah, you know what? Let's take it. Let's take it. The damn Questing Knights with their anti-infantry are gonna be, let's face it, a lot more universally usable than the Knights of the Realm, just because you're gonna be able to apply anti-infantry a lot more often than you're gonna be able to apply anti-large, generally speaking, with the various types of armies that you fight. Now, you, Morngul Haunter, James Sawyer, let's get you another Carnophage. Yeah, sure. Let's get you this, get you more melee defense up and running, even though the Ravenous attack and the Wild-Eyed thing is pretty damn decent. Alright, happy with that. And then you, Bartholomew. Oh, I got this between the episodes. Forward to Victory. I think it'll be fairly useful. The option was an extra 10% army faction-wide campaign movement range bonus versus a diplomatic relations bonus, plus 25 with all factions. The thing is, everybody's going to hate us. Nobody likes Noctilus, unfortunately, so we don't really have much of a choice in that. And the only factions that would like us, like Vamps, we have a technology to make them like us anyway, so, you know, who cares? I'm not going to try to make anything really happen too much with the other factions. Anyway, a Blade Shield for you, and I guess, you know what, you've been taking quite a bit of damage, which makes me think we probably want to grab Scarred Veteran, make you a little bit more healy, maybe even get you some armor. It's funny that he has 0 armor, but can get the full plate armor trait, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, you are going to attack this. This should be auto-resolvable, I imagine. Oh, and maybe we can heal up off of this. That'd be nice. Casualties low, I would imagine so. There we go. And, well, it's not a lot of healing. We'll take the healing this time. There we go. Hey, we got a Forbidden Rod. Lovely. Okay, Silastra, stop it. Please, please. Stop singing. I know you're happy. I sing when I'm happy, too. Alrighty, Forbidden Rod. You gotta love the name. Let's see. Increases power reserve. Causes damage to self, though. Ooh. Not sure I like that very much. Who would be more likely to carry this? You know what? Maybe we hold off on that for now. Oh, did you get another level like 2 seconds later after getting the first level? Let's get you your Deadly Onslaught. There we go. That's a little better. And we get this in a few turns. Alright. Oh, Cold Grasp. Post-battle chance of stealing magic items, all characters faction-wide increase. That's lovely. Definitely gonna have to make use of that. Already now, Shrine of Lilith. What kind of defenses do we got here? Pretty garbage, it looks like. So, let's land, let's sack, and then let's move back into the sea. I think this is also auto-resolvable. Probably could have raised some dead, but whatever. Alrighty, we'll sack the place. The AI will rebuild it. And then, wait, can we do a Pirate Cove on the same turn? Yes, we can. And it'll cost 0. There we go. Establish Pirate Cove, please. There we go, and then hopefully we don't instantly get attacked by a huge army from, like, wait, can you reach us? Ooh, you're very close to being able to. I feel like Tyrion might try to chase us, but hopefully we'll be able to get away. That's the dream, anyway. Let's see, Silastra, you can level up, and therefore, let's see, you already have Bound Tidecall, but it's obviously weaker. Fog of the Damned might be fairly helpful for the minus 40 melee attack. Just thinking, what else would we go? I would really like to get the leadership buff. Sebastian, all hands away. 10 leadership is very, very helpful for those. I keep wanting to say Banshees, Sirens. Have I been calling them Banshees? I'm not even sure anymore. We already have Haunting Horror to buff said Sirens, and it also, oh, but it doesn't buff the. Where are we here? It doesn't buff the Morngulls, which is here. We could go through this, but I'm also fairly tempted to get Vangeist Revenge and Kraken's Pull, which are fairly valuable. You know what? Yeah, let's go through the entire magic line as she's the only caster in her army, and to be honest, she's so slow at only 40 speed that it takes her forever to join the battle, so we might as well. You have leveled up to 10, which means nothing, it looks like. Were we already able to go through the Ravenous line? I feel like we were. I guess we could get you your Deadly Onslaught first. Ooh, no, we should probably move towards Wretched as fast as possible to buff up those Sirens. And those Mourngulls, unless these two lock each other. Hopefully not. Alrighty, well, let's go for Ravenous then and try to move through this. Melee defense -3 for enemy characters, enemy characters, enemy characters, and enemy characters. Okay, so this only debuffs enemy characters. Oh, wait. Let's get another point in Scavenge. Action income from post-battle loot is increased by an additional 15%. We need the money. Unfortunate as it is to worry about money this much, hey, it's reflective of real life. Anyway, you, Wendy, you have leveled up again. You have Bribery, and are going to get Kidnapping. And then you're going to keep moving.
Onwards.
Right through here. Oh, and if you can keep an eye on Tyrion, that would also be swell. How long until we can get another... Oh, hello. How long until we... Yeah, they're all going to chase Silostra. They're going to be really upset about all this. 13 turns until another Pirate Cove. Alrighty, well... We could go over here to Elisalia and hopefully do that. Now, Shrine of Loek, you'll probably not generate a lot of money, so we're going to go for the Smuggler's Cove instead of the Picaroon's Hideout. We can always destroy it and change it later, right? Just double checking. I don't remember...
No.
Yeah, we can. Okay, so we're fine. Alrighty, Margaret.
On deck.
Let's try it again. Go right here and dig.
Off deck. Move.
This time she moved and she can dig. What gives?
Drown.
Hey, we did it this time. Lovely. Not all wonders are created by the gods themselves. Some are mortal creations, wherein lies what you see. Okay, so it does seem like you gotta watch out for these landmarks here. Another 10k money. Ooh, definitely staving off of that bankruptcy. Now we just gotta check where you gotta move next. Ooh, you got yourself some bribery. Let's do that. Always want to get your vampire fleet captains able in the art of bribery. Not that it requires too much artistry. Let's see. What are we going for next? Looks like over here. I was about to say Eye of the Panther, but that's over here. This is the... this is where the spiders live. The spider orcs live, and the... Just trying to figure out where exactly this is. It seems like it's in the center of these mountains, or at least I hope so. And anything on the way? Well, these two are beside each other, and this one's kind of close as well. This one's all the way up here. Oh, are we closer to here? I mean, it's fairly... It's either at Morgheim or at Carrick-Asgal. You know what, maybe we'll go here first. All of these are on the way for you, so that does free up Wendy to go down and to deal with Altdorf instead. Alright, well, let's see. Do we get any more upgrades? I believe I was saving a slot to get something here, but I no longer remember what it is. I think it was to increase the number of Mourngulls via this, but I could be mistaken. It could have been something else. We also do want to get the... more gunnery whites pretty much everywhere, and I really do want to get started on some rotting Promethean gunnery mobs as well, as I do want a bunch of them in our armies. Hidden fences would actually help here because you're going to start generating a decent amount of cash. We could get you temporarily, and we could always destroy it later. I mean, it's free money right now, although, will it actually pay for itself? That's actually an interesting question. And how long would it take to pay for itself? That's the other question. Because this place generates only 700 money right now, and while that will increase, it will take some time for said increase. So maybe we hold off on that and just get the swag sacks for now. Alright, fine, let's do that. Let's do that for now, and then we'll figure out the rest of this afterwards. Alrighty, Luther Harkin, you can actually move in here, but you unfortunately can't go into raiding stats. Too bad that it does take extra turns to do so. We get you your main deck and various other upgrades. Ooh, this will reduce your upkeep. You know what? I know that the cost is pretty prohibitive right now, but I feel like we gotta reduce everyone's upkeep as much as possible. Same goes for Noctilus. Oh, he doesn't even have the upkeep-reducing tree yet. So we gotta get that, but he's a little bit busy, just a bit. Alrighty, well, we're gonna fight some lizards in a couple of seconds. I just want to get, well, you have hard to hit. I guess we get Swashbuckler for you. You really need more missile resistance. In addition to melee attack, with your Necrofex Colossus, it is pretty darn low. Man, you're running out of points. We still haven't gone through our red line either. I will do so as soon as we start being able to recruit Necrofex Colossi, but for now, let's get Swashbuckler. Honestly, his entire fighty line is pretty good for him, with the exception of Vampiric Leap. Everything else is pretty damn useful, so any extra points are going to go in there. I might even get a second caster in his army, just so we don't have to rely on maxing out his tree. Instead, I will think about it, though. We will see. Alrighty, well, regardless of what we're seeing then, what we're seeing now is hopefully some dead lizards, so let's get to it. Oh, I did want to get you your regiment of renown, but since we're not in our own territory, I guess we can't get that right now. Oh well, just gotta make sure I don't accidentally replace one of the stronger units. Hey, one of them could die fighting the lizards, so that's also a possibility. Let's get to it. Alright, Noctilus, let's get us some money off of this. Alright, it'll be a low difficulty battle. Honestly, I would auto-resolve it, but we're quickly running out of time here, so I'm just going to make the cut here, fight it manually, and, yeah, gonna make the cut to... Why did I want to make a cut? Oh, right, the previous battle, the Silostra's battle, was a cinematic one, so I guess we'll have to deal with that, so here it comes. Alrighty, there it is, and here we go. Let's fight some lizards, although once again this should be a fairly easy time for us. Oh, I should have named the depth guard, but damn it. Okay, well, next time, or if I remember after this episode. Did I not even write that down? What am I doing? The hell am I doing? Must have written it down somewhere else. Alrighty, well, let's continue. Okay, so, oh, damn it, I hate this map. I hate this map because there's a forest on each side, which is obviously kind of detrimental to what we're trying to achieve here. Anyway, let's move the Carronates up, although we'll probably have to put them up on top of this hill so that they don't get interfered with. Obviously, the mortars can go behind them. Bess doesn't really matter where she sits because she has the range of the entire map. There we go. And let's see, I guess the gunnery wights are over here and over here where they can't get interfered with by the mortars and all that stuff. And then the Queen's Guard here are going to wait to protect Bess in case she gets attacked. There we go. Alrighty, and you know what? This time I think we're gonna do this. We have one mob here, like so, and then we'll set you guys up in the center rather than on the sides, because you do dish out a lot of damage and you have the greater range anyway, so you might as well make good use of that. Otherwise, we'll go 2 more of these mobs right there. Create a little killing box, although, wait, do they have... They do have some feral cold ones in there, eh? Alright, well, hopefully that won't be too bad. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, we're going to anchor the lines with both Rodimus Prime and with Count Noctilus. Lovely little kill box we got going on here, and they have to move towards us because otherwise Queen Bess will kill them all, so... It's a beautiful day to have a crazy amount of artillery. Alrighty, you guys can go toggle off skirmish mode. You guys are all fine where you are. Count Noctilus, you're going to be group 1. I do want you guys to be in a separate group as well with the gunnery wights. No, you can... fine, why not? Group 2. There we go. Oh, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. You guys can be group 2, and then you guys can then be group 3. Alrighty, because I want you up front because you're going to be constantly casting stuff. Alrighty, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Let's start the battle. Oh, we can't spot the enemy. Okay, fine. Noctis, you're going to have to move up here, buddy. And stay here just to keep the enemy identified. There we go. That's better. It would be annoying otherwise. Alrighty, start the battle. Let's get to it. Alright, Bess, fire on, let's say... I don't know, let's say these Source Warriors for now. Yeah, a lot of them are going to move through the damn trees, which is, once again, quite the annoyance. Alrighty, summon the drowned dead here, and then move out over, let's say, over here to anchor the line as the original plan. Alright, there we go. Bess, you firing there? Yeah, you are. That's a half-dead unit of Source Warriors, so not surprising. Let's fire one shot at the Skink cohort. We should also probably put all of our cannons and stuff on cooldown here. Let's see if we can get some good shots there. I'm not even gonna tell the I'm not even gonna tell our units who to purposely attack. Oh, there we go. That was a nice shot. Basically killed that Skink cohort with javelins. Get that Norse roar going. Man, they're not really lining up together very well, but oh well. Right there. Oh, did I screw that one up? Let's find out. Okay. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. Generally speaking, the way I aim it is about a single unit worth of movement ahead of an enemy. Unless they stand still like they do like this. Let's just do this. Come on, start moving. Alright, there we go. Alrighty, battle line. Keep firing. Oh, I forgot to enchant her ballistics. I got so excited about watching all of them die that couldn't quite deal with that. Okay, Source, you're going to be targeted next. Everybody else keep doing your thing. Hey, if it isn't the enemy feral cold ones, good luck with that. Ow. Looks like Noctis might get a little bit damaged. Oh, but they are taking damage, and they should rout fairly fast. We also do have access to a Pit of Shades. It's popping right there. This is pretty disgusting, you gotta admit. And this is why I said that a regular battle would most definitely suffice here. I mean, look at this. This army's getting absolutely ripped apart, and they can do nothing about any of it. Alright, let's summon a unit of dead here as well. Keep casting as well. Ooh, Noctilus is actually getting kind of beat up here. Huh. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Let's Nehekya, and I guess we could move up some units. Okay, you're going to die before you get to the line. Lovely that we don't actually have to really control anything here. But Bess, I think we want you to fire on this. You can't hurt Noctilus anyway. Let's also pop a Enchanted Ballistics and more powder on Bess. Keep that going. Ooh, no, don't let that get through. Fire on it one more time, and then let's fire through there. Alrighty. Do these guys get through? Alright, who's Best firing at, by the way? Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. You guys might be dead, but, you know, nobody cares. Alright, and just like that, I think the enemy army is broken. It's very, very sudden, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely suddenly. But they almost reached our line. They did slightly damage Noctilus, but hopefully if we wait 50 seconds, we can cast another invocation of the heck. Oh, their lord died here, getting ripped apart by our artillery fire as well. We can speed this up. They will move away, I believe, so we do have to kill every one of them that is here, although I do believe we're also out of time, but look at that. Oh, the range on the deck gunners is pretty disgusting, too. Like, what's it at? 300. They're essentially an artillery piece at this stage. I mean, yeah, the mortars and stuff all fire considerably further, but damn, 300 is pretty damn good for a non-actual artillery unit. How many did we lose? We lost 400. Oh, but we had 2 units of drowned dead that we summoned, and it does count those, I believe. So, yeah. Also, what's Noctilus's range at this stage? 423. Noctilus is an artillery piece himself. Alrighty, there we go. Easy, a little fight, not too much damage taken, and Noctilus, while in need of some healing, will be fine. I do imagine that Gorok will actually attack us with the stack and a half that he has left, but that'll be a nice, epic cinematic battle for next episode when we end the turn. So let's just complete what we're doing here. Come on, I want to see how much money this gave us. 59 losses. Poor Lizardman. Charging into the teeth of the guns there. Let's see. Oh, nice. Oh, I like how he does that. Oh, should have turned that off. I like how he does that animation on the victory there. Now, we could heal up to full, but do we really care about this one unit? It doesn't actually heal Noctilus. I think I'd rather take the money. Leadership for the army would also not be horrible. But yeah, you know what? I'll just ransom the captives for more cash. And, oh, no, would you be able to reach this unit as well? Just for a quick auto-resolve? Hey, income from post-battle loot. Nice, Noctilus, nice. And it looks like you can. This guy will be left alive here, but I think this one is very much auto-resolvable. Oh, no, he's gonna run. You coward. You coward of a lizard. Get back here. Man, get back here and fight for the great plan. Well, unfortunately for them... Oh, we could go into raiding stance, but that would make us weaker when Gorok attacks us, so we're just going to go into encamp. Let them come. Let all these lizards attack us at once, but minus, hopefully, Nakai. Now, this would add a lot to it if he suddenly declares war on us. Anyway, with that, unfortunately, we are essentially out of time, and I am going to call this episode here. Next time, we'll obviously get a pretty epic cinematic battle as Gorok tries to take on Count Noctis, and we'll probably get a... I don't remember what the defeat rate is for Gorok, but hopefully it's a nice one. Otherwise, our money problem is, while not fixed, certainly getting better. We will also probably have to try to escape Silostra, as I do expect some of the enemies to try to chase her down, but hopefully she's safe. If we have to recover the entire army, we'll have to, but I guess that remains to be seen next time. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.